in such a turmoil that it was in. Because these people were sitting right here manipulating those people like that. Those people should have been way out of that, man. Black folk been in their right mind. You don't think that it's something just a tad bit wrong? Now black people are running around like we half out of our goddamn mind, man, just shooting each other off of a color. You understand? It's government programming. It's psychological warfare. I need for y'all, man, to start getting off by y'allself and start thinking within the context of y'all own mind about why you doing something. And start to become a master of yourself. Because they'll use colors, man. They'll use any type of thing that they feel like is related to you. And they'll spy on you, directly spy on you, and be taking little bits and pieces of your conversation. They got people they pay to do that. I'm telling you what they doing to me, and I'm sitting right here watching this shit, and I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. You think you can program me or do some type of damn product placement? I'm a goddamn advertiser. You think you can do some product placement, man, and sit right here and try to manipulate my mind to buy something? If a motherfucker evil, man, they just evil, man. You know. To watch all of, man, thousands of niggas, man. Do you realize how many niggas we done put in the grave? I'm talking about black on black crime. Just from 85 to 95. Entire cities of our own people. Based off of gang culture and based off of drugs. And these people manipulating the whole thing. And you still upholding these people in Hollywood and the rap industry? These people the reason why your hood the way it is. Fuck them. Man, turn the goddamn radio off. Unplug. Like, man, I'm dressing this way because I like dressing this way. I'm not dressing this way because, man, did my mind been manipulated into dressing this way because this is the way the person on TV dressing. I mean, even down to something like that. Stop saying shit like, well, you know what so-and-so said in that song, man, he was right. You know, not for these people. You know what I'm saying? I listen to somebody like Tupac and I'm like, you know, and I'm realizing that why he was way outside of what they wanted, you know, and the reason why they killed him. Somebody like that, yes. A lot of these new motherfuckers, man, please. I'm telling you what they doing. If a motherfucker would have let me go about my own business, I would have been all right. You know, we wouldn't be in this, I wouldn't be in this situation with these people. You know, once I outed your spies that you had on my job, that should have been it. I'm talking about at Nissan, man, I was in a full-out fight with these motherfuckers. That's how I lost my job in Nissan. Because I was sitting right here outing these spies. And I'm telling the people in Nissan, I'm not realizing to what depth these people done corded off. So I'm telling the Nissan manager, like, yeah, man, my supervisor is directly involved. He listening to what I'm saying. He's like, man, you talk to your supervisor? I'm like, yeah, but he directly involved in it. I'll forever hate these motherfuckers. If I died and came back in another form, I'll still hate your ass. Fucking jerk ass motherfucker. Pause. Y'all see where I am? Right here on the corner of Charlotte and 28th. The time is 9:59 p.m. today, 3/24/2019. I'm right up with the mural here, right here. Y'all know where I am. I gotta show y'all where I am so y'all can retrace my steps after I die. Walking up 28th, going back to the place that I currently stay at. And everything is so fleeting. So, you know, when I was here last year this time, I was staying somewhere else. Everything is so fleeting. Because it's hard to have a sense of permanence dealing with some shit like that. You see how a motherfucker just sitting up the street like that? I'm very good at it. Like, I'm good at painting and drawing. I'm very good at this. I came from the game. I'm sitting right here watching these motherfuckers trying to use the police and, you know, using the police to try to harass me and take me through the social situation. So that means Metro Police Department is corrupt. But what they'll do is they'll take somebody like me when I'm young, they'll give me a record and they'll keep on twisting and manipulating that shit. You know what I'm saying? So if a point where if I'm like, I'm a grown man, I'm like, man, well, the right thing to do is to actually report this to somebody. Well, that ain't gonna do nothing, because when the police come around now, they're gonna be like, well, don't you have a felony? And then plus any police that come around now, they probably gonna be set up or sent in by these people. These people are intercept shit like that. So they purchase the levels of the corruption. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, man. You know, it's a corrupt, this place is corrupt. And I heard different people in consciousness talk about different things, you know, as far as like what we can do in order to solve this situation for everybody. Black folks, white folks, for everybody. It's hard to come up with a solution. This whole thing has to be taken down. You know, it does. It's too corrupt. You know, anytime you got actors that can just come along just based on the fact the motherfucker done saw him on TV and be like, yeah, man, you can use my police car and drive around there and do this. It's done. If your ass is a fucking police officer, then you supposed to be upholding a certain statute. Some motherfucker on TV shouldn't be able to come along and then manipulate you like that. That's the reason why the police forces are so fucked up. Because anybody that can pass a written exam and a fucking physical can become a police officer. And you can't judge the insides of a man, what type of integrity he got. You know? So that's what time of day it is. The man just passing an exam. And these people are from Hollywood. I'm going to tell y'all something, man. And this is what time of day it is. And I really want y'all to think about this. These people from Hollywood are putting people on the police force. That is their job. Same way I'm telling you that all these actors, man, that are not part of the red carpet scene and so forth, and they doing something with them. Some of them are going on and they putting in government job like that. And some of these shootings that you seeing happening with some of these black males that they shooting in the back, and they shooting in different situations are people that are actors and they're willing to do the dirt. So this police officer is actually an infiltrator. He ain't there to uphold no justice. He acting. And he'll be feeding these people information from the inside. So whenever they playing roles as cops or roles as an FBI agent or some shit like that, they being fed direct information from this motherfucker. I really want y'all to think about that. Anybody that can pass the written exam and the physical can get on the police force. We ain't even have to go. I ain't even have to go there with these people, man. I'm like, all right, man, I see what y'all doing. This, that, and the other. Leave me alone. You know, let me do my thing, man. Y'all done put a camera in my art studio and shit. Sending some motherfucker to buddy up with me at the job, and then I'm sitting right here just, you know, throwing motherfuckers out, man. It bitches, man, on the job, sitting right here trying to get next to me and shit. And I'm just having to constantly throw people off all the fucking time. That situation with Wendy Tackett, though, I went through that situation specifically so I can get to the bottom of something. And so I could thoroughly investigate these people's intentions. And I found out that Wendy Tackett is a snitch. She's an informant. And they sent her to the job at the Cracker Barrel in Goodlettsville. Hold on one second. Because I designed a tattoo for her in the past. And they couldn't get none of these people on these jobs, none of these females close to me, so they sent her around there. And that person is evil as fuck. When I was out there last year and this year filming, well, they were trying to block for that person. I'm talking about, I'm a nigga, I'm out here with a camera. And these people trying to block for this person like I'm out there with a gun and like I'm finna kill her. And I'm just videotaping and doing the same shit I'm doing now. I'll post that video later. You could have just not sent that person over my way. Now you doing all this backpedaling because I done exposed your spy. And when I say that person is a spy for them, I don't just mean a spy for them. I mean that person is a snitch. Wendy Tackett works at the Cracker Barrel in Goodlettsville as a waitress. Man, I remember I heard this teacher saying, in the future, y'all, I'm telling y'all, they're gonna be using the cars. They're gonna be doing shit in the cars. Pause. And he was right. And he might have said that in like 1998, 1996. He's gonna say, man, they're gonna start putting y'all in these cars, man. They're gonna start because the dope game was starting to dwindle down. And they trying to come up with new trappings for young black people. Young black people, even though there are other people who are going to be arrested for shit like this, young black people, man, have been the objective for these people for a long time. Why us? I don't know, man. I ask myself that every day. So they knew they were going to start using these cars because they knew my generation would be starting, that we would start growing up. You know what I'm saying? In 97, whenever Clinton came up with that, with those drug laws and those gun laws, it was meant because they knew people like me, we would start turning 18 and we would still be in the street. And they were doing that as a net. So they would be able to net us, and they would be able to, if you get caught with a gun, man, they give you 10 years just for having one. And they started coming up with these different drug laws. 3 strikes you out. Shit like that. That way they knew that we were going to grow up. Eventually we would come out the dope game. The dope game would eventually start to dwindle down. And they knew that they were going to have to come up with something to hold us in. That's the reason why when I hear these motherfuckers, man, and they coming up with their music and they trying to keep young black men, man, still in their mindset, man, it really pissed me off. But it's really just supposed to be entertainment, but they know that a young person's consciousness is not that developed, especially within the context of their subconscious. They know they ain't got knowledge of self. And so it's really psychological warfare. And I don't give a damn how old you are, man. You got to start getting up out of that shit. You got to start thinking for yourself, man. Stop thinking through the lens of some rap nigga or some movie star or something like that. And start growing up, man. You're gonna have to grow up. You have to start questioning the people that are running with you. They had me butted up with niggas when I was 15, man. When I was 15, just think about that. And these people's job, man, was to constantly keep me off into some type of mischief, into some type of distraction. And I played this out in detail, especially when I started hitting my 20s and I got out of jail. And I started figuring out different stuff. Y'all really just got to get, we kind of got to pick up where we left off in the 60s. In the 50s, where we kind of had our own independent communities and we were, building certain things for ourselves. They ain't stopped none of the rest of these people. Hell, they know they under an umbrella of racism and white supremacy, but you still see them, working together. Because they're going to use psychological warfare. Once they saw that shit in the 60s wasn't working, and then the whole world has started tuning into black people's plight, they came up with a new way to come at us. And that's what the crack era was. And that's what the rise in the gang culture was. And now we on this side of time, man. It's 2019, it is not at 1989. We can come up with a whole nother reality, and that's what we got to do. We got to build a whole nother reality for ourselves. We got to pick up the fragments of the past and what we know has already happened to us, and then we got to start coming up with new ways of living. I'm telling you, I'm going to work, and these people are running around on my job, man, still trying to put me through social engineer situations. So I gotta, go through shit like this, like be homeless and, and I'm a hustler, and then, these motherfuckers, man, following me around in 100, man, trying to see how I'm doing something. And then rig up some type of distraction or something like that. Because they didn't intend for that. I wasn't one of they golden boys. I was one of these people they were going to keep on trying to use to go back and forth to jail. When in the year 2000, let me tell y'all this story. In the year 2000, I was on probation. I got a new arrest. I got a new arrest because they had me butted up with this spy from my youth, and his name was Jerome M. Teets. And so this nigga was specifically put around me. And an implant. Okay, so in 2000, I get a new arrest based off a situation me and him was in. And I'm on paper. And, you know, whenever you're on paper, you know, they'll come and pick you up. I'm at Hill Detention Center. And they'll come and pick you up and book you on the new, you know, on your probation violation. So this police officer, I'm fixing to go and we finna go and see the commissioner or whatever. Or go to booking. And he looks back at me and he said, man, with a record like yours, you will spend most of your life locked up. And I saw this same police officer following me around at different times in my life. The same motherfucker. What I'm telling y'all is they had this already set up and they already had it planned out for me. And some of y'all going through the same shit. It may be some reoccurring police officer, man, that you know that, man, he always around you. And you would just think about it like, oh, man, it's just a police, man. They just out on their beat. I caught this motherfucker, man, spying on me in the park. Back in 2010. Same police. So it's set up for some of us who are in these cults. And if you ain't one of these cults and you ain't had to be subjected to this type of evil, then man, you got plenty of opportunity, man, to break free. I have to throw off, man, thousands of people, man, in order just to get anything going. And this is what I came up with. It's to actually broadcast this shit. And, you know, I was a very quiet person. I would hustle, I would make my money, but I was still, you know, my demeanor and everything, man, I'm pretty much quiet. I observe shit. I just watch it. And so they were used to me not talking or saying nothing. And that's the exact opposite of how I need to be. I had to change. I had to be somebody who started to talk. That way I can expose the evil that they doing. Cause they were just betting on me just to continue, just to be like, you know, talking to my mama about it and these people in on it and shit like that. And talking to one of these little spies that I'm, you know, supposed to be my friend about it, but then ain't nothing getting done. Because these people in on the shit. And I'm boxed into this coven. So let me talk to the world about it. It's bad. I mean, it's bad for me. It really is. So I'll fight these people, man, until my head is cold. And whatever these people are, man, this is the beast right here. All these niggas going to church and looking at some pitchfork horn man that's up under the ground and they trying to stomp on his head. And this is the evil. This is the devil. Nothing wrong with Jesus' religion because that's how I came to Christ consciousness. And I still read the Bible to this day. You can hear that in this video. But I'm into now the next phase, into the application of the science and the application of the principles that the Bible is teaching. You see how that person trying to turn in whenever I come down here? That's just a repeat of the same shit. So they'll have people living in your neighborhood. You know, there might be a house for rent or something like that, and they'll move in, they'll infiltrate the neighborhood like that. Trying to look like they normal folks and shit. Especially a situation where, like, this neighborhood is under gentrification. Y'all can see where I am. I'm out north. Tennessee State right over the corner. I gotta show y'all where I am so y'all can retrace my steps. So y'all can know. And they'll try to find, you know, you see this neighborhood is under gentrification. So y'all will know. But we dealing in the age of we dealing with the truth now. You know. Fuck being lullabied by some fucking movie and some damn song. You know what I'm saying? It's time to come out of that shit. You gotta take things just a tad bit more serious. Because these people are taking this shit very serious. So I'm finna go ahead and cut this video now. And, you know, I'll get ready to post it. Time 8:40. No, it's 10:21 p.m. I said 8:40. 10:21 p.m. Date 3/24/2019. And I'm recording. And y'all can see where I am. I want y'all to know where I am. I want y'all to see, you know. So I'm finna go ahead and end the recording right here. And the tape.